Hello, this is George Crameters, and I'll be doing my video presentation on Osgood Schlatters. The disease is called Osgood Schlatters, which is a knee disease which leaves a lump just below the kneecap. You can get Osgood Schlatters on both knees, which is more painful when playing sport. Research shows that people get Osgood Schlatters from playing too much sport. How? The way that people get Osgood Schlatters disease results from the pull of the large, powerful muscles in front of the thigh called the quadriceps. The quadriceps joins with the patellar tendons, which go through the knee and into the tibia. To join the muscles to the knee, when the quadriceps connect, the patellar tendons can start to pull away from the shin bone, causing pain. As we see from this diagram, you can see how it works. The effects on Osgood Schlatters. The Osgood Schlatter is just found just below the knee, and it can be identified by a lump. Things that aggravate Osgood Schlatters is when something knocks against it and gives you a large amount of pain. But icing the affected area for 15 to 20 minutes will resolve the problem. The way to relieve Osgood Schlatters is by not playing any sport for 2 to 6 months, and then eventually it should go away. Yet with this, you should not play any sport, because as I've found out, I was just playing a little bit of sport and it just gets even worse. So playing no sport should make it much easier to get rid of the disease. People say that walking in salt water for 10 to 15 minutes every day for 2 to 4 weeks with the Osgood Schlatters under the water will help curing the disease. The way to identify if you have Osgood Schlatters, it's if you feel pain below your knee and you have it and the pain stays for maybe a few days or a week. Get a checkup for it with a doctor to confirm that it is Osgood Schlatters. So, yeah, if you get a knock to your knee, if it starts hurting for 2 weeks, few days, it's just a bit annoying. You can't walk that well. Just go to a doctor to make sure that you've got the disease or not. Cost. I think that there is no cost needed when it comes to Osgood Schlatters, because there is no type of surgery to cure it. So the only thing that would come under cost is to help cure the Osgood Schlatters is maybe buying some ice and also a knee strap that you can wear when you're playing sport. I used one of these when my knee was very painful and it helped a lot. Yeah, with the knee strap when you're playing sport, maybe at trainings, I wore it at my soccer trainings and it helped a lot after training, as it did not hurt that much. Yep. More information. People become prone to this disease because they have been playing too much sport, which puts pressure onto our knees and forms the lump just below the knee. Usually the environment that people are playing sport on would not be a big effect if they're more prone to getting this disease. It's just whether or not you play enough sport. It affects a large amount of teenagers, usually aged between 13 to 15, because that age is when teenagers are usually playing the large amount of sport. That's when it gets competitive. Yes, usually between that age, people are playing more seriously and it gets tough and it can put more stress on your knees. After my research, I found out that around 20% of all teenagers aged between 13 to 15 are diagnosed with Osgood Schlatters, which is a really high number as not all teenagers play sport competitively. The prevention, some precautions that you can avoid for this disease is by maybe not playing as much sport and have some days of the week where you lower your sport activity and just not play as much. Because the only reason that you get this disease is by playing too much sport. So maybe you play school sports or club sports. Maybe in your training sessions don't go some trainings, or maybe just lower your activity, because it will just help a lot when you've to get the disease. This disease cannot be given from someone else to another, so it is a non-infectious disease. And as I said, the only way to get it is by playing too much sport. The type of cures. There are only a few ways for this disease to be cured, as it cannot be removed by surgery or using drugs. One way to cure Osgood Schlatters is by just resting the knee, and by not playing any sport for 2 to 4 months, and also nicing it every day. Yeah, and just to say, it's very, you have to ice it every day. It's going to be much easier to get rid of the pain and make it go away easier. I personally think that 2 to 4 months is a bit too long, and it could be gone in a month. Yeah, with this, it could be gone in a month if you play no sport at all and ice it every day. It could be gone really quickly. My friend Patrick DeVale has found a way to get rid of it. For 3 weeks, he walked through salt water every day for 10 minutes, and the disease eventually went away. I think that this is a very effective way to cure the disease. Just a summary here. For an overview about this disease, I really think that it's one of the worst diseases affected at the knee, as it can ruin your sport playing time, and can get very frustrating when you're not able to participate because of the pain. Yeah, maybe if you've just got it at 15, and you've still got it at 20 or 19, and you're playing competitively, it can really affect your playing time. And if you're playing soccer or something, it could cause you from not starting in the team and the trainings. You won't be there, and it could really ruin your career. I've had this disease for 2 years now, and I understand how bad this disease is and how bad it is to have. You play so much sport and you love it so much. My best advice is to use the walking and salt water cure to get rid of the disease, and as it will only take 1 to 2 months to heal. Thank you for listening.